Hey there my gorgeous people, how are you? Hope you're doing great and fine. It's your girl here, Jay Makori. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. So for today's makeup, it's all about the oily skin and the do's and don'ts. So we people with oily skin, personally I have a very oily skin and a very open pores. It's all about how to do your makeup and how to make your makeup pop. Even if your skin is oily, we have to slay in that makeup, so stay tuned and let's start it. I will start by toning my face, and I'm using a Galactomyces Pure Vitamin C Glow Toner. Then I'm following up with a serum, and I'm using the Black Opal Even True Pore Refining Gel Serum. Then next I'm going to moisturizer, and I'm using the Bioactive Organic Snail Gel. I love using a gel moisturizer because when you're doing makeup for oily skin, you don't want something that is so drying to the skin. You want something that is so hydrating, like gelish, like use that moisturizer that is liquidish. I don't know if you get me, like don't use something so dry that is so strong to the skin. Too much is not also good, like just use a minimal amount. For my case, this is more than enough. Next I'm going to sunscreen, and I'm using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Lotion Sunscreen. This sunscreen, you don't use too much on the skin, just like that one is enough. I realized when you use too much of it, it leaves that white cast on the face, and you don't want that. Next we're going to primer, and I'm using a Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. A mistake that we oily skin people do is, like, most of the time we go for very mattifying primer. You see, when you're going for a very mattifying primer, yes, you'll apply it, you'll see your face is mattifying, your makeup is still in place, but when the products just start, like the skin start absorbing it, it will really dry. Like, it will just make your makeup look so cakey. Trust me, I've realized that, like, anytime I use any mattifying primer on my face, later after some time, like, my face looks so cakey, it doesn't look that flawless. And also these mattifying primers, you don't want something strong for your face. The fact that your face is prone to acne, open pores, it can even clog your pores and giving you those problematic skin. So don't go for something so mattifying. Also for the primers, go for something hydrating. When you're doing your primer, concentrate on the part you tend to sweat a lot. If it's your T-zone, your cheeks, concentrate to that area, like just use not too much, but the required amount on that particular area. Then go on with your translucent powder, press it in all over your face, not forgetting your eyebrows as well, because with oily face sometimes your eyebrows do tend to sweat a lot, and they give just some funny, it looks so funny. So put the translucent powder there, and when you're doing this, make sure you're pressing in the powder so that it doesn't leave any white cast, like it just goes in directly into the skin. I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera because for today's tutorial it's all about the skincare, how to prep it, and how to go about with the makeup. So I don't want to make it that long. I'm concealing my eyelids, and I'm using an Aleppo concealer in the shade Pure Beige. Make sure if you're concealing your eyelids, furrow it up after concealing. Use a translucent powder just to set that area in, because we people with the oily skin, we tend to sweat. Like, sometimes after sweating you find, like most on the cut crease area there is some shiny kind of the concealer, that area, or the makeup in that area just looks messy. Even your eyeshadow, when you use it, it will just look messy. So after concealing, set that concealer with the translucent powder. I did my eye makeup off camera, so next we're proceeding to for the foundation. With the acne prone skin, the oily skin, we usually think Me too, personally, I used to think like for this type of skin, you have to go for a very mattifying foundation. But trust me, that is so wrong. When it comes to foundation, like when it is that mattifying on the skin, yes, you'll feel good, like your makeup will be intact and all that. But later, when the products are running on the skin, this foundation tend to dry, like, you know, it will be absorbed in the skin, if that is the right word to use. So like later during the day, your makeup will look so cakey, like it will be just so dry with patches. It will not just be that flawless, you know, it will look like, you know, something has been fried on your face, trust me. So for foundation, don't go for that like a completely drying matte. Go for something that is soft matte, something that is hydrating. Trust me, like, it sounds funny when I say hydrating, but it is the best skin for oily skin. Like, it will make your makeup just to be, it will look like a just fresh look. Your makeup won't look cakey. So for my case, I'm using an LA Girl Pro Matte foundation. I love this foundation because it is not that harsh matte, it is soft matte. This foundation gives me that soft matte kind of look, like I just like it. And if you're oily skin, you can try it, and it's very affordable. So usually for your foundation, any liquid foundation, like, shake it first, then put it behind your palm or on any surface you feel like. I'm using a damp beauty blender. So for foundation, don't use too much, go as you build up. And for the fully coverage foundation, don't use too much at a go as it builds up. I love the coverage this foundation gives me. And make sure you're blending in your foundation, like every part of your face looks so well blended. Take as much time as you can when you're blending in, either using a beauty blender or a brush. Next is concealing your face. Again, when it comes to concealer, personally, I've been a victim. I've been using very mattifying concealers. You see, when you use a mattifying concealer under your eye, like later after some time, or after you've used your setting spray, you feel like there is a big difference between like under your eye and the rest of your face. Like, either under your eye looks so mattifying, and the rest of the face can be so oily. So don't go for a very mattifying concealer. Go for something that is very hydrating, very hydrating. Trust me, like if you've been using mattifying concealer, you'll thank me later when you go to the hydrating. Like later, you know, after the makeup, you always like my eye looks so matte, other part of my face looks so messy. Try this hack and let me know in the comment section how it came out. So for my case, I'm using a Canvas Cosmetic Concealer number 4. I love this concealer so much because it is so hydrating. Like, it does not dry. It's so easy to blend to the skin. So I'm just concealing my under eye, the bridge of my nose, my forehead. I just love how this concealer is so hydrating to my face. It's all like, I love it. So easy blending, guys. So next I'm going in with my finishing face powder, and I'm pressing in the powder to all the areas that I've concealed. That is my under eye, on the bridge of my nose, and my forehead. And again, I'm just using the exact beauty blender I've been using for the foundation and the concealer. So just go pressing in, press in on all concealed areas. With the exact face powder that I used to set my concealer in, now I'm setting my entire face, and I'm just pressing the powder all over my face, like where I applied foundation, Now I'm concentrating on those areas that I had not concealed. So I'm just pressing in. Next, we're going to the facial spray. I'll advise you to use a face mist rather than a mattifying facial spray. Because remember, we are avoiding anything that is so mattifying to the skin here. And this is the final look. The skin feels so easy, like it doesn't feel congested, with very hydrating products on the face. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that you'll be notified each time I post a new video.